I'm sure for both of you, I mean, for all actors, the script is usually the main sort of pull, isn't it? What did you admire about Chris Terrio's first-time script for this improbable but true story, John?
The fact that it was a true story drew me in, and it was a page-turner. How fast I turn the pages determines a lot how much I want to tell the story, and I was really drawn into this.
That's exactly it. It's for any actor, if you can go through a script and really be able to visualize as you're reading it how it would be as a movie, and if you're excited about it, if it affects you and resonates, then you got to be a part of it.
And what did you remember from the period yourself? Were you watching the news at the time?
I remember it felt like somebody was standing on my chest the whole time. It was very frustrating that another country was controlling our political destiny, and it was pretty scary because we didn't know what was going to happen next.
It just went on for such a long time.
I do remember just vaguely that Canada helped to arrange the escape of 6 Americans out of Iran. And then it quickly refocused on the 50 hostages who were still in Iran, and rightfully so. And it wasn't until the Wired magazine article came out in the late 90s that we started to understand the depth of the Argo story.
And can you just fill me in on who you play in the movie and how your character fits in?
I play a character, the character who really existed, named John Chambers. He was the first makeup artist to win an Academy Award in 1969. He also did work for the CIA, helping Ben's character, Tony Mendez, exfiltrate people from foreign countries who'd gotten in trouble. He was a very well-respected makeup artist and apparently lived a double life working for the Central Intelligence Agency as a civilian operative. And
your aspect of the film brings a lot of sort of humour to the movie as well, which is great contrast to what's going on in Iran. And
I was fortunate enough to work with the great Alan Arkin, whose coattails I rode.
Were there, I mean, to some degree, you're poking fun at Hollywood in some ways, aren't you? Were there some stories that you and Alan kind of shared talking about maybe some of the people that you worked with in past projects?
Yeah, he based his character on Jack Warner, founder of Warner Brothers, whom he met very briefly. But yeah, Alan's been around.
And how about your character, Bryan? I believe he's an amalgam of several characters.
He is. He's a composite character about CIA officers, and I did some research at Langley, Virginia, CIA headquarters, just to try to get this sense of the culture and the humanity of these men and women, and present it honestly.
And did that help actually shooting in Langley as well? Did that help the truth?
Certainly gave it a sense of gravitas, And so when you see the movie and you see the exterior of what we call CIA headquarters, it really is CIA headquarters. And shooting there was a little eerie in a sense. We had to turn all our phones off, everything, and CIA police would come around and what happened? And Grant Heslov left his iPad on, and they came over and pointed, and you're still transmitting, and he's like nervously turning it off, and it was interesting because they knew exactly what devices, what kind of device, and where they were transmitting from. So it's in a way it made me feel good that they're on top of things. That's good. Okay, good. Yeah.
And Ben Affleck not only stars in the movie, but it's also directed it, obviously his third movie. What did you admire about his sort of feel for this material?
I admire his preparation and his gift of storytelling. His preparation was richly detailed and built well cast. He hires well and delegates authority well, and built up an atmosphere of trust and camaraderie on the set.
And he really he has such a passion for the subject matter, and he's a hard worker. There's no avoiding the hard work, the 15, 16-hour days of getting the shot and doing the work, and that's what you don't see, and nor should you see it. You see the finished result, but from the other side of the camera, you realize there is no shortcut for the hard work, and he put it in.
And just finally, we've seen you both in some acclaimed TV series over recent years. Is there more fluidity now, do you think, between big screen and small screen? If so, why is that?
I think that's been the case for years. Yeah.
It's storytelling. Wherever the good stories are told, that's what's going to attract actors and writers and directors, regardless of the medium.
Bryan Cranston, John Goodman, thanks very much.
Thank you, sir.